This is my Fantasy Premier League team, which is pretty good in FPL. But is it actually a good football team? See, FPL is all about goals, assists, and clean sheets rather than a well-balanced squad. So I have put my FPL team into Football Manager to answer one question. Could my FPL team win the Premier League? The Nathan Bacon FC team is in the game and ready for this experiment, where I am going to follow the team game by game, goal by goal, to capture every twist and turn. This is how the team is going to be lining up, where we play Spurs first. A Spurs team without Van de Ven, as he is in our FPL team instead. The game started KG with not much action going on, as we do of course have 4 centre-backs in our team, so we don't have any creativity at the back, as most FPL teams are not really built for that. But we do finally get a chance, which somehow ends as a Spurs chance in which they score instead. We are already losing the first game, so it's really not a good sign of things to come. We also only have 4 subs in this team, as that is what an FPL team has, so we can't even look to the bench for many game changers. Despite that though, we do actually pull one back, as Saka scores our first goal of the season, as we settle for a draw. A draw does seem like a fair result, and I think it is a sign that we can compete for the title, or at least Haaland seems to think so, but it's certainly not going to be easy. The next game was against Burnley, so this was a good test to see if we can beat those weaker teams. And would you look at that? Reinders wins a penalty that Joao Pedro scores. Lacroix then puts Saka through, who also scores, and more goals from Joao Pedro and Enzo Fernandez helps us get our first win. Hey, a comfortable 4-1 victory has got us feeling pretty damn good, as maybe, just maybe, this team has enough quality to win the league. Next was a cup game against Swansea that we didn't actually want to be in, as that is not part of our experiment. So I decided to privately meet up with Cyril the Swan to make a dubious deal, and then we were no longer in the cup. The media were not quite convinced that this 18-2 result was organic, so in an interview I put out the following statement.
I prefer really not to speak. If I speak, I am in big trouble. In big trouble.
We were back to concentrating on the league though, playing Bournemouth. A Bournemouth team without their main man Semenyo, because he is on our team instead. And that right there may actually be one of the only reasons this team could win the league, as not only are we a good team, but we're actually taking away the good players from other teams. All we have to do now though is win, and win we did. Scoring goal after goal after goal, with Saka getting a hat-trick here, equivalent to 21 FPL points as we win 5-0. And at the end of August, on goal difference, the team found itself top of the league. The dream may actually come true. But they haven't won it yet, have they? As we head into a tough September. Or so we thought, as the YouTuber Haaland gets a hat-trick for his FPL captainers against Newcastle, helping the team win 4-0 there. And Saka and Joao Pedro goals help see off another victory, beating Crystal Palace, as we keep back-to-back clean sheets too for those FPL defender points as well. At this point, I was feeling very confident about the team, as I now really think there's a real chance that we could win the league. However, our toughest test yet is upon us as we play Liverpool in a potential title decider. Our FPL team has no Liverpool players too, so they are not a weakened Liverpool side, as they show that straight away, with Chiesa running through and striking the crossbar. Moments later, Chiesa whips a ball in, which Salah heads into the post. Like, are we playing Liverpool or the postmen, the amount that they're hitting the post right here? They are piling on the pressure. But then we work the ball well, with Joao Pedro with a chance and scores. Maybe it's actually going to happen. Maybe this team is not just going to win the league, but it's going to smash it. Nope, as Liverpool are never done fighting, as they head home an equaliser. Then they get a chance to win it, which they put away, McAllister smashing it home. The dream may be over before it even fully started. The team do in fact lose their first game of the season, which means we are also no longer top of the league, as now we have to look up to Liverpool and see if we can chase them and catch them up. They may be the only thing that can stop us from winning the league. October starts with another very tough game, playing Arsenal at home. Thankfully though, we do actually have 3 Arsenal players in our team, so Raya, Gabriel and Saka are playing for us instead. instead. But after a good start, the ball is played through and Saka scores. But wait, he's playing for us, way! And after a very random own goal, we're actually back to winning ways with it finishing 2-0 to us. This would have definitely been the worst time to own the wrong Arsenal defender in FPL, as Gabriel keeps a clean sheet for us, but Calafiori actually got minus points from his own goal. Unlucky. Despite keeping a clean sheet against Arsenal, the team of course concedes to Everton, as we know clean sheets are hard to predict for our FPL players, but we do turn it around and get a victory there. And we also score a few against Brighton to pick up another 3 points. November then saw us play some FPL relevant teams, starting with Manchester United. I also don't have any Man United players in my FPL team, so they may be another tough team to play. Yup. As Sesko scores, then Sesko scores again. Then Sesko scores again. Despite actually almost coming back, we could not get a result. And we lose yet another game, which also pushed Manchester United above us in the league. Oh no. We really need to start winning games again to redeem our chances. And that is exactly what we did. Beating Leeds 4-0, who you could tell were road-unless. And we also chopped the Forest down, smashing them 6-0. Things started to click again. Next is a big game versus Chelsea though, where they don't have Joao Pedro and Enzo Fernandez as they are playing for us. But they do still kind of have £1 billion worth of players to come in instead. And they proved that straight away with Delap running through and scoring. It seems like every time this team is on a good run, they can't keep momentum against the big boys. We've got good goal scorers, but maybe just not a good enough squad. So I am not sure if we can come back from this.
Why not?
As Haaland had other plans and was determined to not let the team slip again, going on a crazy solo run and scoring to equalise. But unfortunately, that was not enough as Palmer was feeling cold, so got in the action, scoring there to put Chelsea back in the lead. Never mind. But then, Saka said, enough, I'm the star boy here, as he goes through to score to equalise again. Then, he's actually there at the back post to score again, to put us ahead. The team really showing some grit there, to not just get a result, but a result against a big team, our first of the season, whilst also coming back from losing as well. And that result was so big, it actually pushed us back on top of the league for the first time in weeks. The team also has a crazy goal difference with 40 goals scored in just 13 games. And that might be expected from an FPL team, right? As it's purely focused on goals and assists, and that is what is getting. Long may it continue. We had a very busy December ahead of us, so the players need to be on it if they want to be on Santa's good list. And oh boy, Santa is going to be busy. As we hammered West Ham 3-0, beating them without their main man Bowen, or with their main man Bowen because he's on our team. We hammered the Fulham 4-0, and we became the Aston Villans, beating them 4-2, which helped us gain our biggest lead at the top of the table yet, so we could start feeling very confident again. Until Semenyo leaves us to go to AFCON. And because this is an FPL team, we only have 4 bench players, so we really don't have great squad depth to help that. So will we now start to see a bit of a decline? We also play Man City next, which won't be easy, but it is a Haaland-less City, so will they be as good? Yup. As even though they got an early red card, they scored 2 goals early on, and it looks like we're gonna lose again, as we might really struggle without this great squad depth. Psych! As Bowen, who is playing instead of the Semenyo who has left us, got one back for us. And then Haaland decides to get into the action, scoring to equalise. And that is how the game finishes. We will definitely take a draw there from being 2-0 down, with Semenyo gone off to AFCON and not much rotation opportunity with now only 2 outfield subs. I was really questioning if we were going to be able to keep up these high scoring games and if we could keep producing. Lol. As we beat Brentford 8-0 in the next game, with Joao Pedro getting an equivalent to 21 FPL points from 4 goals, which made me very, very happy until I saw this Football Manager pun. No, I'm not having that. Then hat-trick Haaland was on form, scoring all of the goals as we beat this Super Sunderland team too. Those results meant that at the halfway stage of the season, we are actually top of the league by 5 points. And we have an incredible 50 goal difference with 65 goals scored. Damn son. So as long as January is kind to us, not only could my FPL team win the Premier League, but it will absolutely destroy it. Until Bournemouth decide they weren't happy with us stealing Semenyo, so decide to put 4 goals past us. Wow. As we lose that game, making this next game against Spurs a potential title decider, where we start off bad, and then it gets worse, and worse, and worse, and somehow even worse, conceding 6 goals. And now we're back to losing games. We thought we had won the league, but fast forward just 2 games, and we aren't even top anymore. So we threw our FA Cup game to be knocked out so we can fully concentrate on the league, which worked as we beat Newcastle 4-1, then Burnley 3-1, then Crystal Palace 4-1. Those big wins put us back on top of the league where we belong, with what looks to be a 3-horse race now between us, Spurs and Liverpool, which brings us nicely on to the next game where we play Liverpool away. This game here being one of the biggest games of the year, and it will really define our season, where after just 7 minutes, Wirtz puts Liverpool ahead. A horrendous start to the game. Surely it can't go on like this.
It can.
As it actually gets Wirtz, with him scoring another, and again, and again, as it ends 5-1. 4 goals and 1 assist from Wirtz, which would have been 28 FPL points all scored against me. I mean, that's more than he's going to get in real life, so it's not really realistic, but we lose again. That loss does put us behind Liverpool again in the league as well, and we will now have to really work hard if we want to come back. But even though we did get a win against Leeds and another win against Forest, that was not enough to catch Liverpool just yet. With 11 games to go, it's still all to play for, but can this team keep fighting and catch up? Can it win the Premier League? Well, not a great start here, as we enter March with a draw against West Ham, as Paqueta equalises in the dying moments to rescue a draw for them and ruin our party. So I was now starting to think that the team has bottled it, as we play a tough Chelsea team next. We did really need to get a result here, otherwise Liverpool are essentially champions. But Chelsea start strong, so strong they actually score 4 goals in 4 shots, going 4-0 up. What is going on? Semenyo, who's back from AFCON, does score to get 1 back for us. Then Haaland scores, so the comeback is on. Until Chelsea score again, and again, and again. As we end up losing the game 7 goals to 2. Despite only conceding 8 shots. 7 goals in 8 shots. Now that is what you call being FM'd. Delap also scored 4 goals, getting one of the biggest FPL hauls of the season, putting insult to injury to this FPL team. Liverpool were only 1 point ahead, but they do have a game in hand, so can really stretch their lead now. We really need our big players to step up now, or the dream of winning the Premier League is over. And that is exactly what Mr. Haaland does. He steps up, scoring here against Fulham to beat them 3-0, setting up a goal for us to beat Aston Villa 2-1, scoring a couple against Sunderland to beat them 4-0, and helping us beat Brentford 2 in a much needed winning run right at the death. A run that might have just saved this challenge from being over. A run that now sees us 1 point behind Liverpool with just 5 games to go. Liverpool's remaining games also look quite tough, so we do still have a chance. Before we can think about catching Liverpool though, we need to beat Man City. A Man City team without Haaland, so they now have replaced him. But will that be enough? No! As Saka is played through and scores, pushing us back on top of the league for the first time in a while. Until Bernardo Silva scores and brings us back down. And then, of course, the Haaland replacement, Ramos, gets a chance and slots it home, helping them beat the real Haaland as we lose 2-1 in this game. Is that it for our title chances? Is the dream officially over? No! Liverpool also lose their game to Man United, so there's still just 1 point in it. We have now got to play Man United, so we got to do what Liverpool couldn't and beat them, which could prove we are the better team and deserving champions. And that is exactly what we start to do, as Saka squeezes a shot in and puts us ahead. A great start. Then Lacroix turns into Sonic and runs down the wing, a bit of a scramble in the box, and Saka is there again, putting us 2 up. Then Saka decides, nah, 2 ain't enough. He's got personal beef with Man United and Liverpool as he completes his hat-trick with another goal. Lamans was so unhappy with his Man United defence from this performance that even he decides to protest with an own goal himself, helping us win 6-0 in the end. Wow. Not only do we do what Liverpool couldn't by winning here, but we absolutely thrash Man United, which actually puts us top of the league, leading Liverpool by 1 point. We've managed to do it. We've managed to pull off the ultimate comeback, and now the title is ours to lose. There is only 3 games left to play, but with Arsenal away on the final day, it might not be over until the final minute, but we're definitely in a great position. We started off very strong against Brighton, scoring once, then scoring twice, then 3 times, and a 4th goal all before half time. Lovely stuff. That is the performance of a team worthy of a title, in my opinion. But then panic sets in as Brighton get 1 back, then get 2 back, then get a 3rd. But we just hold on, securing the 3 points there. Liverpool also won their game as they beat Burnley, so there is still 1 point in it with now just 2 games to go. We then host the blue side of Liverpool, Everton, where despite having chances, we fail to score as the game finishes 0-0. We have potentially bottled the league in the second last game. Liverpool do go on to win their game against Leeds, so now they are above us in the league with only 1 game to go. We really need a miracle to happen on the final day, or it's all over. Can we somehow pull off the ultimate comeback, or Liverpool now just too strong? The final day was here, where we are playing Arsenal away, so really not an easy game for us. Liverpool were playing Brentford away, where they are really expected to win, which would make them win the league. And within just 5 minutes, there's a goal. But wait, it's not in my game, it's in the Liverpool game. And it's Brentford who take the lead. Liverpool go 1-0 down. Wait, is the dream back on? But then there's another goal. And it's to us. Joao Pedro puts us 1 up. Then Reinders gets a chance and puts us 2 up. We are now winning and Liverpool are currently losing. Arsenal do get 1 back, but that is how it is at half time, which as it stands puts us top of the league. We thought we had bottled it, but final day drama means we are currently on course for our FPL team to win the Premier League. I actually can't believe that this FPL team, purely focused on goals and assists, is not just competing, but can actually win it. We now just need to hold on and hope Liverpool don't come back. The second halves kick off, and we work the ball to Haaland, who scores. He puts insult to injury, putting us 3-1 up and almost securing our win there. But then there's a chance in the other game. Salah is through and he equalises for Liverpool. Oh dear. We are still on top of the league as long as Liverpool don't score another and start winning. But then it happens. There's another goal in the Liverpool game. But it's Brentford who score. What? Brentford are now beating Liverpool 2-1 in the 84th minute, meaning we essentially have 2 hands on the Premier League. Hey! The robot Haaland has been scoring all of the goals. Saka has been getting all of the FPL holes. And this FPL team is more than just an FPL team. It's a team that is about to win the Premier League. Or is it? Wait, there's late drama as Liverpool get a chance in the 85th minute and Isak scores. It's now 2-2 in that game, which means we are still winning the league as long as Liverpool don't score a winner. Haaland does decide to put some nerves to rest in our game as he scores again, putting us 4-1 up to secure the win. And that is how it finishes. So full attention is now drawn to the Liverpool game, where it's within the 90 minutes. We are currently winning the league, but it's not over just yet. If Liverpool don't score we win the league. If Liverpool do score, we don't win the league as they win the league instead. Oh, it's worked nicely. There's a chance. And just like that, in the 94th minute, the last kick in the last second of the entire season, Liverpool score with a Wirtz goal. As Liverpool, who were losing in the 84th minute, somehow turn it around, meaning this FPL team does not win the league. Absolute heartbreak, absolute despair, absolute cinema. And that is how it finished. A full season of an FPL team in the Premier League who came so unbelievably close to winning it, but lost it in literally the last minute of the season. Wow, I can't believe it. 420 likes and I'll just save and quit and redo that last game to make sure we win. Yeah, that sounds good. Haaland did end up scoring the most goals in the league for us, and Joao Pedro came second with Saka coming fourth. Saka got the most assists in the league with Semenyo and Joao Pedro up there too, and we also kept the most clean sheets in the league. So clearly we are a very good team. We scored all the goals, we got all the assists, even got the clean sheets, and clearly we're good for those FPL points. But unfortunately, it was not quite enough to win it all. As we answered the question, could my FPL team win the Premier League? And the answer is yes, as long as Liverpool don't score a last-minute winner.
Don't be a cheeky scrub. Subscribe to Nathan Bacon right now. Don't let your memes be dreams.